Okay. Good evening to all viewers. Welcome to the O2 Breathing Brain YouTube channel. And we have the series YouTube lecture series, especially exclusively for Wipro Elite NLTH 2020. We all know that just 5 days are left for our actual test, and our rigorous and crucial preparation time has been started from this day, because last 5 days are the most important. We already covered most important chapters from our logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude, the defining chapter or basically defining test, the test which defines your criteria that whether you will get selected or not. It's basically passage writing test. We already covered, Shefali ma'am has already covered the basic foundation lecture for that, then applied session for that, and actual practice session for the same thing. Okay, so basically almost all things has been covered. PNC and probability is one of the most important chapter which is coming in this examination, which may come. Okay, so basically you may find 2 or 3 questions definitely from this chapter, and the core video or basically this chapter will get covered tomorrow at the same time. So if you want to get clear about the basics of this chapter from its root level, just be connected with us tomorrow also. We will try to cover, definitely will try to cover this chapter tomorrow. So what is the today's purpose? Why we are today here? Today we are going to cover one chapter from logical reasoning, and that chapter is known as coding and decoding. So before that, I would like to know how many people are right now connected with me. So the chat box please. 9 users are there, that's great. So Shubham says hello. Hi Shubham. And rest of others viewer also just post one so that I could come to know how many viewers are there, and after that we will start our session. So just post one, just type one so that I will come to know. Kshitija says hi Kshitija, welcome. Then others, Manoj, hi, welcome Manoj sir. Any another viewer? Okay, that's fine. Welcome you all. Pratik says 1. Welcome Pratik. Ajay says 1. Welcome Ajay. Naina, hi. Welcome. Okay. So Manoj and Shubham again says 1. So we should start our session. Amarnath says 1. Welcome Amarnath. Okay. So basically today we are starting with our session. So sir, next slide please. So as per our regular things, at the first of our session, we will focus on, I will try to focus on some points, what points get covered in this session. So first point that we are going to cover is next or previous consecutive letters. So if you can see, if you can read on your slide, on your screen, there are some points, but those are not cleared ones. So actually I want to emphasize on one thing, that whenever you will come across coding and decoding, 2 types of problems are there. One, it is from basic your number system, sorry, not from number system, basic from your alphabetical series. Okay, so there may you find some questions from coding and decoding. And second pattern which is coming under this one, that is direct coding problems. I name them as direct coding problems. So this alphabetical series get classified in some basic patterns. So first pattern that we are going to see is a next or previous consecutive number letters. So in some coding statement, what had done, the alphabets, given alphabets, it is coded as next alphabet, the next consecutive alphabet of the given one. Okay, so that is called as next or previous one. Okay, so we will see about that. The second point is alternate next or previous. We will see about that one also. Based on its position, at what position the alphabet stands based upon that, some coding statements are designed. And the fourth one is reversing the letters. That is most important one. Sometimes difficult or complex problem statement get considered or get created using this concept, that is fourth one. So just focus on that, that is reversing the letters. So what is reverse letters? That we will see. Okay. And the last one that shows us, that is direct coding problems which are directly coded. Okay, so some problem statements are there which are directly coded, we will see them. Okay, so Ajay sir, please next slide. Okay, so if you can see, one problem statement is there, but before solving that problem statement, sir, please remove that slide. Okay, yes. So before moving to that problem statement, we will try to focus on some things. Okay, so what is the prerequisite for solving the problems from coding and decoding? If direct coding problem came into the paper, or if you want to face direct coding problem, you will really don't require any prerequisite for that. But if you want to solve the problems from first four criteria, you need to know about this series. We already learned about the alphabetical series, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M. Okay. Sir, can you please remove that slide so that our viewers will be able to see entire board. Okay. So right now you are able to see entire this series. Okay. So I'll start from A and in towards N. Now after that, our school teacher taught us to write down the next series from here, that N. But in problem statements or in coding and decoding, for the solving problems from coding and decoding, we will try, basically we will not try, we will definitely write down the series starting from N here. Okay. So next alphabet of M will be exactly down to the M, that is N. So another series will be as it is. So as we have 26 letters, we distribute this 26 letter as first 13 in upper one, next 13 in lower one. We write down the first 13 as A to M straight away. We write down the next 13 as in a reverse order. We write down first N as a below to N. First write down M, N below to M, and then we continue the series in the same pattern, that O, P, Q, R, S, T up to Z. Now, many books gives us very different pattern to write down. It is a 1 to 5, A, B, C, D, E, then write down again 5. So we have this different patterns to show this same series. But if we are aware about this series, this pattern, really we don't need any another one. Now what is the next thing to be remembered is the allotted number to each number. Allotted number to each letter. So basically we all know that A can be considered as 1 as it is a first letter. Okay. So it is considered as 1 as it is a first letter. So if I continue the same pattern, B will be 2, C will be 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And this pattern will be continued. I will try to write down up to 26. Along with me, you also write down the same series in your book, so that when we are trying to solve our problem statement, we will have some reference in our hand. Okay. So once you complete or once you finish your series, just type 1 so that I can move forward for my next problem. So write along with me. So please open chat box. So Pratik says 1, Pooja completed. That really great, Pooja. So others? Ajay 1. Thanks Ajay. Amarnath, completed. Naina, Kshitija, Shubham, please post 1 if you completed it. Or if not, take your time, but be clear with that series. And once you finished, please post 1 so that we can move forward. Amarnath, okay, 1. Thanks Amarnath. Okay, so we will move forward. Now what to be understand is about reversing the letters, okay? The thing that we need to understand. Now the reverse letter are considered as, if you can look here, the reverse letter of A is considered as Z. Reverse letter of B is considered as Y, okay? So reverse letter of M will be considered as N. Reverse letter of any middle letter, say H, will be considered as S. Now in some problem statement, you may find the coding in this pattern. If you look for first that next or previous consecutive letter, so if I consider the letter, this word Letter. Now if examiner want to code this letter in the first pattern, that next or previous, so we will consider about next consecutive numbers. So first letter is L. The next consecutive letter of L, see here is your L, the next consecutive exactly near to that first one. So next consecutive will be M. So examiner will try to code this L as M. Now if you can understand this thing, E will be coded as E is here. The next consecutive number of that is F. So E will be coded as F. Now if you can consider about T, how T can be coded as, this is your T. Now this is your T. The next consecutive number of T is, the next consecutive letter of T is U. So T can be coded as U for double time. Now we know the consecutive number of E as F and R as S. Okay. So this is the example for next or previous consecutive number. So as we take the next consecutive number and previous one, yes, Pooja, yes, U. T, for T, the next consecutive number is U. For the previous one, if I want to code this letter word for the previous consecutive numbers, L will be coded as L for the previous. So L will be coded as K, not for M. So this is the pattern. This is the pattern where this word may be transformed. And only that person could understand this word is a letter who knows that this is the plus one. Okay, that person only will understand this. वही आदमी उसको समझ पाएगा कि ये कोड कौन सा है, ये कोड किस वर्ड के लिए, दिस इज फॉर लेटर वर्ड, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि ये कैसे कोड किया गया, इट इज द नेक्स्ट कॉन्सिक्यूटिव नंबर. So this is the basic technique used to convert to transfer basically very important message in some cases. Okay, this is the coding technique used. Now what is the alternate next or previous letter? So we will try to understand about alternate previous letter. So as it is an alternate for same letter word, I will try to implement that. Alternate, so basically leave one. L will be coded as J. Previous one, so you have to take backward. So L will be coded as J in that case. E, alternate previous one, so you need to skip one this letter. So you need to skip this D, and E will be coded as a C in that case. C in that case. Now T, previous one, alternate as it is, so you need to skip one letter, that S which is middle. So you need to skip that letter and you need to consider R. And same carry forward. Now this is the important one. Not every time it is required that you need to skip one letter. It may happen that they may skip 2 letters, 3 letters or 4 letters. That is according to the example. Okay. So basically they may consider one thing as, they may also code this letter word as skip one letter here, skip 2 letters here, skip 3 letters here, skip 4, 5, 6 letters and then code this. This is their coding method. Now, any another person can code this same letter word as skip 1, then take previous one. Next consecutive, then take previous one. So this is positive and negative. Okay. Then they will try to again positive plus 3. Now as it is a symmetrical number, 3 to this side and 3 to another that side, I will take to minus 3 here. Then I will take plus 2 here and minus 1 here. This is another coding method that they can implement. So this is another one. Okay. So alternative means they can alternate. They can take the any letter from that number. Sorry, any letter from that given letter. Okay. So this is the second one. Based upon its position means they can reverse the order. For an example, they can code this letter word as R, R, E, T, T, E, L. Okay. So they can code this letter as this also. They can code this letter as I will keep my first and last constant. Okay. So L will be as it is, R will be as it is. Now what I did, I exchanged this one. So what I did, let's say I exchanged this group. So first group is ET, so I write down this that is as TE. The second group is TE, I write down as ET. So this can be also my code. So based upon position, they can transpose any letter between or they can interchange any letter between themselves. So this is based upon position. And what's about reversing the letters? Okay. So if they want to reverse the letter, what? So we will do one task. What should be the reverse code of this word letter? Just post that on your chat box. So we will understand how many students came to know this concept. What should be the reverse code of letter word? So try to make that code and just post on your chat box. Come on, it's simple. You know what are the reverse letters, okay? So what should be the reverse? I will give you one hint. What should be the reverse letter for L? It is O. So your code has to be start from O. So what should be the reverse code for letter word? So we will see how many answers will be there. Amarnath says, oh, so you deleted the message. So Amarnath, what should be the correct answer? I think you find it out something wrong. Try to find correct one. All viewers said it's easy. Okay, perfect. OV as well. It start from OV and try to code further. Amarnath. Okay, what are the reverse letter? Pratik says that should be. I will write down Pratik there. OV GG. He says that code should be OV GG VI. Pooja also says same code. So as we have two similar codes, we will try to match that. So what should be the reverse letter of L? L reverse letter it's O. See, those all viewers who are not able to find out the correct answer. Reverse letter of L is O. Okay, so your first will be O. Reverse letter of E is V. See here. This is very important. So I kept this on your board. So reverse letter of E is V, so E is V. T should become as what is the reverse letter of T? It is G. Okay. So it come as a G for 2 times. Now we know that reverse letter of E is V, so we copy that. Okay. And reverse letter of R. Reverse letter of R. Where is R? We will find R here. And reverse letter of R is I. So both students had gave correct answer. Very good, Pratik. Well done, Pooja. You both have correct answers. Ajay, you tried very well. So you are correct. That code should start from OV. Okay. So this is the concept of reversing the letters. Now, are they going to construct the question only upon these four? No. They may combine these two strategies. Means what? They may do one thing, that they first reverse the letter and then they will write one alternative consecutive numbers for these letters. Okay, some coding will be like this. Otherwise, they will just alternate, find the alternate one and then reverse it. Any coding possibility or any coding combination of these basics will be possible. So we need to understand the question according to the same. If we are clear with our basic, then it is not hard to understand the created complex logic in our coding statement. These questions are much simpler in anything from your entire question paper. So it's my request that don't lose these marks. These are your in-hand marks, okay? So we will try to solve this question from our entire uh, syllabus. Okay. So first question is on your screen. The practice question. Yes. So first practice question is on your screen. Try to solve that question. So did anyone get the answer? If claim is written as DMBGN, then what is written as GJSF? This code is for what letter? So viewers, answer this question. What's your answer? Pooja, Pratik, are you getting the logic behind this question? It's a simple one, I think. Not that much difficult to understand. Okay, see, all viewers, just understand. If you are just looking towards a Pratik fire, Pooja B, perfect, perfect. You both have get the correct answer. Prayas, I think you are answering from the for the previous code, right? So you coded correctly, Prayas. Well done. Okay. Now, what is the pattern or the what is the logic in this question? That is simple one. If you are just looking towards question and try to make the logic just looking towards question, it will not happen. Just write down the given statement claim as it is. Just write down the word as it is given. Claim is there. And the coded one, write down the below that. Okay. Coded, whatever the code is given for that word, write down that code exactly below that your letters. Now you will understand after representing the given word and code in this manner, you will understand this thing that C is coded as D. Now C is coded as D means next letter. L is coded as M. So I will check for L that it is again a next letter. So now this click into my mind that this is the next consecutive series. Next consecutive number letter is taken for given letter. So I will not try to make figure out. So if I consider for the last letter that is M is coded as N. So this logic get fixed in my mind. So this is only the one possible logic that is used for this question. So I need to code. The code is given to me is GJSF. and I need to find out the real letter for that. Now, this is my code G, which is the next possible case. Now, the original letter has to be the previous one because original plus 1. So, if I have this code, I need to reduce that. So, this G has to be equal to F. Now, same for J. J will be equal to I, S, previous letter, consider previous letter. So, it is R. And for F, same strategy, consider the previous letter is consecutive previous letter is E. So this is the code. GJSF was the code for letter or for word fire. So Pratik, Pooja, very well done. Well done. Prayas also gave the same answer. It's a fire. Perfect. Okay. So others, you need to use your logic. Okay. So questions are not that much difficult. You will not face any difficult logic in this section or in this entire topic. So with just a simple logic, you are able to get the answer. So Ajay sir, please next slide. Yes, next problem is if mention. Perfect. So the next question is on your screen. Question is, if mention is written as LNEITNO, then English is written as. So I want answer for this question from you all people. As an hint, only the thing I can answer you is this is based upon your positions. So just look toward position of each letter. So Pratik you says C. Okay, so hold on your answer. We will check that. I will not comment whether it is correct or wrong right now. So Ajay says A. So according to Ajay, answer has to be A. Okay. So do we have any another answer or all other viewers want to go with Pratik or Ajay? What's your answer, viewers? So Pooja, what according to you? Pooja, according to Pooja, answer has to be C. So we need to check about C. Okay, so we will. Done. We will try to solve this question. Okay, so please look towards the board. So our word is a mention, mention, and that letter, that word is coded as LNE. So LNE. Okay. So Prayas also gives the answer, but I will check once. ITNO. Okay. So I think there is a mistake. It has to be ISNO. Okay. So just please look toward this question, viewers. Now M is coded as L. Now M is coded as L. First, just observing first coding, we can understand that this is the basically consecutive previous letter. Okay, this letter is coded as consecutive previous letter. So I will write down -1 there. Now, if I look towards E and N, E is coded as N, E is coded as N. Now that strategy is not working here. Okay, so in first, according to the first code, you make this logic that it may be according to previous consecutive letter. But if you look towards the second coding, that E is coded as N, it doesn't work. That strategy doesn't work. So E is coded as N and N is coded as E. Now this is giving me hint. So it may be the exchange of their position. Okay. So whenever you see that E is coded as N and N is coded as E, means it is the exchange of their position. Now S is coded as I is coded as S. It may also be exchange of their position. Okay. So basically it is T. So we'll try to consider it as T. We'll see what is this. Okay. So S is coded as T and it exchanges their position. Now O is coded as N and N is coded as, so it is also the exchange of their position. Okay. So what the word that given to us that we need to code is English. Okay. So this is our word. Now we will try to code this word according to the previous one. So according to the previous one, for the first letter we need to take the previous consecutive letter. So what is the previous consecutive letter for E? Previous consecutive letter for E is D. Okay. So previous consecutive letter for E is a D, and then we need to exchange our positions. So the word is N will be here and G will be here. I will be here and L will be here, and so basically for this one we need to take S is coded as T, S is coded as T, so L will be coded as M here, and S will be here and H will be here. So basically this has to be our coding. We will check our options that it should be end with S. So we have basically last two options HS, and actually E is coded as C, which is basically should be coded as D, which is the -1. Okay, so according to the first code, we consider the M as L, means it is a previous consecutive. So E should be coded as, ideally it should be coded as -1. So actually it is wrong. So sorry for that. Your actual code has to be this EGNIMHS. Okay, so I will make these changes. Please mark out changes in your book. I'm extremely sorry for this serious issue. Sorry. Okay, so your actual code has to be, it should be start from D and the code is there EGNIMHS. Okay, so I hope you will understand this is the exchange of our position. Okay, so next question please. Yes sir. So all viewers try to solve this question. So the question says, if altered is written as EFSFUMZ, then monkey is written as what? If altered is written as EFSFUMZ, then monkey is written as what? So is then mute. Do they hear my voice? Okay. So Pooja gives the answer as X. According to the her, answer should be XDJMML. Okay, Pooja, we will try to solve this. So what according to the other? His Pratik also says XDJMML. Okay. It is slightly difficult to understand, but not that much. You can solve this. Just try. Okay. So again, well done, Pratik and Pooja. You're correct. Actually, answer given by you is correct one. So for all other viewers, just understand what is the logic behind this question. Just see. Altered is coded as E, F, S, F, U, and Z. Okay. So according to our basic logic, we will try to understand what is the relation between A and E. So A and E. So I can say that from A, first, second, third, fourth. E is a fourth letter. Now L is coded as F. Now L is coded as F. Someone reverse. So it may happen. I know that the series may be positive, negative, positive, negative. So I will try to consider as L as F. So L is here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and it is sixth. So this was plus 4 minus 6. So what is about T? Is that pattern coming? T is coded as this. Now, I should expect the pattern as plus 4 minus 6 plus 4 minus 6 plus 4 minus 6. It is not happening. So something extra should be there. Okay. So it is not alternative or consecutive series. So what left with us? It may be the reversing order. Now, A cannot be reversed as Z. But I could able to find the Z here. I'm able to see Z here. Okay. Now, I know that L has to be reversed as O. Okay. So, L has to be reversed as O. Basically, this has to be O. Now, what is T reversed as? T is reversed as a J. Okay. Actually, they had given this wrong. Okay. So, this is basically, you can write down, this is in a reverse order. So, this letter can be write down in a reverse order. You can write down this as E, D, E, R, E, T, L, A. And you can write down the reverse letter. This code is, just write down the reverse for this. D is written down as W. Okay. So, E is written down as V. R is written down as I. E as V. T, it is T. T as G. And same for this is Z. Okay. So, same will be applied there for monkey. So, monkey can be written down as, okay. So, Y can be considered as Z. So, just one second. Okay. So, the reverse letter for these are N, O is L, for N is again M, for K it is P, and for E it is V, and for Y it is B. Okay. Minus 1, then total reverse string. So you can do any another way. Okay. So basically you can reverse it or minus 1 or minus 1 or reverse it. So basically logic given by Pratik is correct one. So you can minus 1, first you can reduce the letter by 1 and then you can reverse it. Or you can reduce it by, you can reverse it and make it can be minus 1. Okay. So first we will try to reverse the letter by 1. Y, E, K, N, O and M. Okay. And then we will try to reduce one. So X. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just reversing the letter and then reducing it by 1. Okay. So you will get the same thing. So reducing it by 1, you will get X here. Reducing 1 by here, will get D here. Reducing by 1, you will get Z there. And reducing by 1, you will get M there. O For O you will get N there, and for M you will get L there. Okay, so you can reduce the letter by 1 and then you can reverse it, or you can reverse it or reduce by 1. So actually the answer is A, that is X, D, J, M and L. Okay, that is the correct one. Now these are the different patterns that we see which may be come across your coding statements. Okay, so it may be, the letter may be coded as what we had already seen. The letter may be coded as the next or previous consecutive numbers. It may be coded as alternating next or previous letters. It may be coded as reverse letter, or it may be coded as direct coding statement, which we are going to face in our next one. Okay, so right now we are trying to solve the actual problems coming from the Wipro. So, first question. Now you are saying, right now you are saying the problem on your screen, which is actually from Wipro. So try to solve that problem. And once you get the answer, just post that. Caring is coded as E, D, V, G, K and C. Now, what should be? And shares is coded as something else. How will cascade be coded as in a same code? Cascade is coded in same code. So try to solve this one. This is simple one, guys. I hope you are getting the answer for this question. Sir, you posted which problem? Okay, so correct one. Yeah. So if water is written as Y, C, V, J, T, then HKTE is written for what? Okay. So we had seen one similar problem according to the same similar problem in our practice one. So here, correct. Water, W-A-T-E-R, this word is coded as Y. So all other viewer, just see here, Y, C, V, J, T. Okay, so just count with me. So if I came to know that W is coded as Y. Now, if I look in this series, W is coded as a Y, means it is a next something. Okay. So from W, this is first and second. So if I make W plus 2, I will get the letter Y. So W plus 2 letters, I will get the letter Y here. That same happened with A. A coded as Z. So one and second one. So plus 2, what you will get? C. That did the same happen with T. Okay. So Amarnath also says B. Just one second, Amarnath. I will come to your answer. Okay. Once I explain this. Now T is coded as V. Now T is coded as V. Coded as V means it is also plus 2. Now once I get the pattern, I will just check for last letter. That T is coded as, sorry, R is coded as T. Now R is coded as T. It's again a plus 2. So I came to know that this is the series where each letter plus 2, each letter is coded as the next letter plus 2 from that letter. Okay. So we need to find what should be the actual one for H, H, K, T, G. Okay. So this is the code. We need to find out the actual number. So if the code is formed by adding 2 in actual one, for finding the actual, we need to subtract the 2. So from H, the 2 back is first and 2 back. So I will get F here. Now from K, 2 back, first and second, I will get R here. From T, 2 back, S and T, S and R, I will get R here. And for G, 2 back, I will get E here from 2 back. So the word has to be 5. Now, in exam, don't calculate the entire one. Okay. So I will check for first one and last one. For first letter and last letter. So if my first letter and last letter matches in my option, I will directly check my answer. Because if my first letter is F, I really don't need to calculate for rather than find the code for remaining string. Okay. So this is F, which I find only once in my option. That should be my correct answer. Okay. So for your understanding, I completely write down the complete code, but in actual examination, it really don't require. So this was the simple one. So next problem number second, which is coming on your screen is, just before that, we will see how many students had given the correct answer for this question. So Amarnath also says 1, Pratik says fire, that's the correct one. Pramod says B, perfect. Pooja says B, she is also perfect. Amarnath, B, exactly Amarnath. Kartik Shah says fire, so perfect Kartik. And who else is not there? Okay, so answer given by all of you is perfect. So try to solve the second question. The second question, caring is coded as, caring is coded as EDB, E, D, V, J, K, T. Okay, so caring is coded as this, and shares is also coded as something else. We will not look towards that. How will cascade be coded as in same code? So what we need to code is cascade, C-A-S-K-E-T. C-A-S-K-E-T. How this word can be coded? What according to you? Just look towards positions. Abhishek says B. That should be coded as EDWIAP. Okay. So hold your answer, Abhishek. I will come back to soon to your answer. Okay. And we will see whether it is a correct or wrong. So for previous one, Prayas says it's a fire. Perfect, Prayas. You are absolutely correct. Now Abhishek says for this question, problem number second, answer has to be B. Right Abhishek, or you are answering for the previous one? I think it's for previous one. Okay, so caring. So C is coded as E. C is coded as E. So this is first and second. So you may take it as +2 here. Now A is coded as D. A is coded as D. First, second and third. So it is not constant. +2, +2, +2. This concept is not there. So this is +2, +3. Now we will see what is for R and V. R is here and V is here. Start counting from R. So this is first, second, third and fourth. So if you take +4 in R, you will get V. Okay. So that same happen. Here should be +5. So start counting from I. Now you will observe here. This is coming backward. This is first and second. So this is -2, right? This is -2. Okay, so I can make this. This is a 6-letter word which can be classified as first 3 letters and end 3 letters. So first 3 letters are +2, +3, +4, and I is coded as -2G. So according to the same logic, this has to be -3. So we'll try for N. N first, second, third, -3, previous 3. So this is -3. For G, just look here. This is first, second, third and fourth. So -4 letter from G, you will get C. Now same thing I have to do in the word cascade. I need to distribute this word as first 3 and end 3 letters. Okay. So this is the combination +2, +3, +4, and for second group -2, -3, -4. Now I need to do same thing with cascade. So cascade, this is +2. Now we'll try to solve this example same according to our examination method. What logic you should build in your exam, I will try to solve this method by same way. So I will try to calculate for what is the next second letter for C. So from C, first and second, that should be E. My answer should start from E. Just look towards option, ocean. All options start from E. So I will try to calculate what should be my end letter, because if it come to I, just look towards option C, that will be perfectly my answer. So for last letter, I need to calculate -4 from T. Okay, so T -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it come out as P. So definitely C is not my option. Definitely C is not my option. So compare all the options. Now D is not defining your answer as it is common in all. Just look towards all options right now here. Okay, I will giving you one hint how to solve the coding problems. D is not your that letter which is defining one. Option N letter has to be P. So C is not your entire option. Now the letter which is defining this one is rather W or B. Okay. So which is the third letter. So we'll try to code about third letter. Directly try to code about third letter. So for third letter, I need to calculate +4. So S +4, 1, 2, 3, 4. W has to be there in my option. Okay. Now, so what was the next defining letter? It was D or I. Okay. So this was the defining. For K, you need to define the code. Now for K, if you can observe here, you need to calculate -2. So from K -2, first and second, it has to be I. Okay. So find one option which is E/W, I/P. So if you can observe there, which is option E, W, I and P. Are we able to get only one? Something like this? No. We are able to get two options there. This option B and D, which are similar into the same pattern. Means this letter, this one is going to define my answer. This is going to define my answer. So what is the code for E? If I want to find the code for E, I need to subtract -3. So E, -3, first, second, third. This has to be B. Okay. This has to be D. Now, this is the D common for all, so I don't calculate for that. Now, this was the thing which defines my correct answer, and that has to be option number D, that is EDWIBP. Okay. So, which is the logic behind solving the questions from coding. The something which you find common, don't calculate for that. Try to figure out that letter which defining your answer. For saying that E is not that letter which defines my answer. E is common in all. W is also common in all. Then I check for last one. If last is I, possibility, okay. So if this was the possibility that if this letter comes out as I really don't need to calculate the middle one because there is only one option which gives me end letter as Y. I cannot calculate the same because all other the last letter is P and almost 3 options are indicating me end letter as 3. So I need to calculate something more. Okay. So basically, try to figure out the letter which is defining your answer. Don't calculate entire one. Okay. So problem number 3. We'll try to solve third problem statement. Sir, next slide please. Next slide. Yes, problem number 3. Perfect. Now, try to solve this question. Okay, series is plus 2, perfect Pratik. Series is plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. Perfect. Prayas also gave the same answer as D. Yes, Prayas, you are correct. Pooja also gave the same answer. Pratik already given the same answer as D. After that, he explains us what should be the logic behind that. Perfect, Pratik. Now, let's try to solve the problem number 3. Third problem statement. And here, as you can see, one letter is coded as a number. Immediately, you should strike with this logic. It has to be coded as the respective letter for the same. Okay. So, Pooja gives the answer as B. To be 312. Okay, Pooja. Hold on your answer. We will try to cross verify that. So, education is coded as 4, 3, 5, 4 is coded as 5, 4, 3, 3, 1, 2, 9, 6 and 5. Okay. So then how cat can be written? Cat can be written. So Ajay sir, chat box please. It may happen that we may face some. Pratik Sutar says 312. Pramod Kadam sir says B. Pooja also says B. Sushant Lar says B. So almost everyone gave the answer same. Okay. So all other viewers, they had given the correct answer. Just look towards logic behind this question. Okay. So see, what is the letter for, what is the number allotted to letter E? The number allotted to letter E. E is allotted with the number 5. Okay. So E is written as 5. Fair. D is allotted as 4. Fair. U is allotted as 3. No. U is allotted as 21. So how it written down as 3? It's a digit sum. 2 plus 1, 3. So U is written down as 3. C itself is a 3. So digit sum for single letter will not be any another one. That will be that same single letter, the single number. Okay. So C is written down as a 3 in numbers. A is written down as 1. A is written down as 1. Okay. So basically T is written down as 2. Why? T is written down as a 20 in our numbers. Okay. So equivalent number for letter T is 20 and digit sum is 2 plus 0, 2. So T is written down as 2. I is written down as 9, which is the fifth. I is written down as 9. O is written down as a 6. Now you can understand. O is 15. O is 15. 5 plus 1, 6. N is 5. Why it is N is 5? N is 14. 4 plus 1, 5. So we need to make the same calculation there. If it is a single letter, just take as it is. If it is a double letter, find the digit sum. This is the basic logic behind this question. So cat, for C we know the code as 3. For A we know the code as 1, and for T it is 20 where the digit sum is 2. So all the viewers which had given the answer 312 are correct. Okay. So you may face some problems based upon this. Okay. So Shubham says answer has to be 3120. So sorry Shubham, you written down the correct equivalent number for letter T. Whether you need to calculate the digit sum for all 2-digit number. Okay. So you need to convert this 20 as a 2 plus 1 0. Sorry, 2 plus 1 2. So the equivalent number for letter T will be 2, not 20. Okay. I hope you will understand this, Shubham. Wherever it is a 2-digit number, just find the digit sum, and wherever it is a single digit, just find write down the number as it is. Okay, Pramod, you says answer as D, 31209. I think that will be too lengthy for the letter cat. Okay, as it is a 3-letter word, anyone can't expect it should be coded as something like this. Very bad logic. Okay, so next question, problem number 4. Problem number 4. In code language, queen is written as OVCFL. Then king is written as what? King is written as what? I think everyone will get the answer for this question. No any complex logic is included. So try to solve this question. Queen is written as O V C F L. So Pooja says answer has to be A. Pramod also says answer has to be A. Okay. Karthik also says answer has to be A. Why? It is star marked. Okay. So you all are correct. So we will try to solve this question. Okay. So see, Q is coded as O. So whenever Q is coded as O, it has to be, if I can observe position there, from Q minus 2, first and second. So Q is coded as O. This is minus 2. For U, you coded U as V. You coded U as V, which is the next consecutive number. So I will write down there plus 1. For next consecutive number, I will write down plus 1 there. E is coded as C. E is coded as C. That is a minus 2. E is coded as F. Again plus 1. And N is coded as L, which is minus 2. So I get the pattern here. Plus 2, sorry, minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1. This is my pattern. I need to find out the code for king, right? So according to our logic, I will try to find out the code for coded letter for K. For K, I need to reduce by 2. So from K minus 2, first and second, my answer has to be start from I. I will check my options. Only one option is there which start from I. I don't need to calculate for entire code. There is only one option which start from I. A is my option. Okay. So this is the kind of logic that you should implement whenever you are solving the question. Don't try to calculate code for entire word. It will not help. Yeah, you will get the correct answer, but it will consume your lot of time. So try to code for any single letter. Just try to code for first letter, then end letter, then any middle letter. Then just check out. If you are so lucky, as per this problem, that you will get your answer in your first statement, you will save your time a lot. Okay. So I think next question, sir. Question number 5. Perfect. Question number 5. Pratik says IJLH. Perfect, Pratik. So all other viewers, just post your answers. Just be participative. Give the answers for questions. Now you are completely aware about every logic, every possible logic which examiner can consider for constructing the question. So problem number 5. Try to solve the question. And post your answer. Once you get your answer, just post that. So let's see how many answers that we have. The chat box, please. Do we have any answers? Pratik Sutar says it has to be K K H D G. Okay. So all others, try to understand the logic behind this. Okay. So see, whether you can see on your screen, B is coded as D. So if you can understand the position, B is coded as D, B plus 2. So it is coded as D. I coded as O. So R coded as O, first, second, third, it get previous one. Okay. So it get backward. So R minus 3 you will get O. Now from O is coded as S. O is coded as S means again forward. So first, second, third, fourth. So O plus 4 you will get S. K is coded as F. K is coded as F means from K. Now F is a backward series. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Minus 5 you will get F. Obviously there has to be plus 6. Don't need to calculate that. We get the pattern plus 2, minus 3, plus 4, minus 5, plus 6. Okay, that has to be the pattern. Now we need to calculate for India. 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 So first we need to shift I letter plus 2. So for shift I letter plus 2, first and second, it has to be K. Then N minus 3, N minus 3, first, second and third. My code has to be start from KK. Only one option is there. Okay. So the code which is starting from KK, it's only one option, that B, which is showing us. So our correct answer has to be equal to B, KKHDJ. Okay. So my defining letter was this one, N, code for N in this question. So Prayas also says 1, Pooja 1, and Pratik also gave the same answer. They all three give for the answer KKHDG and correct one. Okay. So next question, sir, problem number 6. From problem number 6, we will directly shift to the actual coding problems, because the same pattern you will observe in remaining questions. Okay. So we will solve this problem number 6 and we will shift towards some another type of coding problems. This is problem number 6, which says door is coded as 25. Door is coded as 25. Lower is coded as 37 and tower is coded as 18. Over has to be coded as what? Solve this. If you get the answer, please post on your chat box. Now, how door can be coded as 25? Entire word. Lower is coded as 37. Tower is coded as 18. And we need to find out equivalent number for word over. How? How this happened? So, do we have any answers? No. Okay. So, without wasting much time, I will try to explain this. Just see here. Door for D, letter D, our equivalent number is 4. For letter O, equivalent number is 15. Again for O, 15 and R, 18. Now, after looking toward these numbers at 4, 15, 15, 18, there is no any another hint that these numbers can give me 25. So try to find out the sum. Okay. So what is the sum? 15 plus 15, 30. 30 plus 18. 13 plus 10, 40 plus 8, 48. 48 plus 4. Answer has to be 52. Now 52 is my sum and the number is coded as 25. Here I can consider the letters are reversed. So it is 25. Now this logic, the logic created by me for this question, whether it gets implemented here, same as well. So for lower, just understand here. L is coded as 12. Just observe there. Okay. So L is coded as 12. O is coded as 15. W for W, which is your code, 23. Number code is 23. For E, number code is 5. And R, 18. So we'll try to find out the sum for this. 12 plus 15. It's 27. 27 plus 23. Okay. So 2 to 40. 7 and 3, 10. So it has to be equal to 50. 50 plus 5, 55. 55 plus 18. Okay. So 55 plus 10, 65. 65 plus 8, 73. And your sum is 73. Your actual code is reverse of your digits. Means this gives me hint. I need to calculate the number, equivalent number for each letter. Then I need to calculate the sum and I need to reverse that sum. So the number given, letter given to me or the word given to me is over. What is code for O? Number code for O is 15. For V it is 22. For E it is 5 and R it is 18. So 15 plus 5, this is 20. 22 plus 18, 22 plus 18, it is a 40. So 20 plus 40, your sum is 60. Your code has to be the reverse of your digit, which is 06. Okay, so your code has to be not 60, it has to be 06. Okay, so some has posted their answers. So just chat box, open the chat box please. So Pratik says 6 and Pooja says 6. So is there any query? There is any query, I think. Kartik Shah, total is 60 and its reverse 06. Perfect, Kartik. Makandar ma'am also answer for the same 06. Perfect. She already posted the option D. Now, Pramod, there is not visible the entire series on board, ma'am. Can you please adjust it? Sir, can we adjust it? Pramod, just type or just comment. Are you able to observe it right now? Is it visible right now? Just comment it. Otherwise, I will. Okay. So sorry guys, there is some technical issues. I hope we are connected once again. So the logic behind this was find the equivalent number code, okay, then find the sum of all number codes, then reverse your total sum. Then you will get the code, number equivalent code for entire given word. Logic is different for this question. Now I consider that you are able to see the question number 7 on your board, which is the different type of coding statements. Okay, this is the different type of coding statement. We don't require number series here. This is the entirely different part. So just read that question. I will explain the complete question. But before that, just read it. Pooja says answer is A. I think Pooja, you are answering for previous one or for this question. If you are answering for this question, Pooja, just look towards your answer once again. Okay, I will read the problem for you all people and I will try to explain them. Okay, here are some words translated from artificial language. Gorfler means fan belt. Okay, so fan belt is this word which is coded as Gorfler. Okay, then fixing Gorbel means ceiling fan. So the given code is for word ceiling fan. Okay. Now title roof, something is means as a title roof starting for from A. Arthur's thistle, I think that is that word, which is code for title roof. Now they ask which word could you mean ceiling tile? Okay. So how you can code this word as ceiling tile? Now try to observe with me. Fan belt and ceiling fan. Whenever they try to code these two words, fan belt and ceiling fan. Fan is the common word which is present in both codes. Okay. Now the word which is coded, fan is the common one. The in coding statement, the actual code given to fan belt and ceiling fan, which is the common code present in both. Okay. Just find it out and the common thing that you can observe, just post on your type chat box. Just type the common thing, common letters, or it may be a string of letters which you find common. Okay, just post that. What string of letters you find common in first two coded statements? I'm waiting for your comments. Okay. So if you can observe here, this was the code for ceiling fan, for fan build, and this is the code for ceiling fan. So this string garble is common in both. Fan is the word which is common in both. So how you are able to code the fan word? Fan can be coded as G-O-R-B-L, garble. Okay, fan can be coded as garble. This is how it works. Now, then we try to compare that fan belt, ceiling fan, fan is common. Ceiling fan, title roof, nothing is common. Second and third. If I try to compare first and third, fan belt and title roof, nothing in common, nothing is common. So basically, I need to find out the code for ceiling fan, ceiling tile. Okay, I need to calculate the code for ceiling tile. Okay, now I just know the code for garble. I just know the code for fan. How I can able to calculate the code for ceiling tile. After taking, this was the code for ceiling fan. After taking garble common for fan, can I say that the remaining PIXN means a ceiling? Okay, so ceiling means PIXN. I don't know code for tile, but I really just now came to know what should be the code for ceiling. It has to be PIXN. Just look in your options which option is giving you code as PIXN, and those all who had posted their answer is D. They actually got the correct logic that this is the only word which defines your option. Option has to be D. Pramod says pix ceiling. I think something pix ceiling, and Nat is tile man. Perfect. Okay. He is correct. Pixel is ceiling and earth is tile. Okay. Which you can find in earth tussle in that word also. This is how this coding statement works. We need to compare first and second statement. We need to find out something common in that. After that, we need to compare the second and third one. We need to calculate some common in that statements. And after that, we need to compare first and third. After comparing first and third, you will find something common there. And based upon this common factors that you concluded, based upon this one, you need to give your answer. So question number 8, which is in the same pattern. Now you are ready to solve such all questions. Just look toward that question. Question number 8. Question number 8. So Shubham says fan. I think Shubham, do you have any query about this one? Fan. Okay. So if you have any query about this word letter 5, fan, just post your query. I'm not getting any total idea why you posted this word fan. Just please elaborate it so that I will came to know what is your actual query. Okay, I hope you had read the problem statement 8. Here are some words translated from an artificial language. Haplish means cloud burst. Strange chaunch means pinball. And rainbow strange means 9 pin. So which word could mean cloud 9? So, did you get any answer? Just find out the common part. Find the common part and try to answer this question. Okay, so just observe here. The one letter or the one word which you can find common is pin. Okay, so in all comparing all three words and their coding statements, the only one word I can find common is this pin. Now, for pin and ball, this is my code. 9 pin, this is my code. I need to calculate or I need to find out some common string which is present in this one and this one also. So which is that? The strange and strange. It is also present there. Okay. So I can conclude that my pin has to be coded as strange. Means the remaining is for ball, is for 9. Okay. I need to calculate for cloud 9. I know the code for 9 is the rainbow. Okay. So the option where this rainbow string is present is only the option D. And remaining is a half which is can be observed here, which is the coded for cloud. Promote perfect. Okay. Prayas also says, I strongly believe that option D is a correct answer. Perfect, Prayas. But Pramod says, very simple. It may promote, but some may not face this. Shubham says, no ma'am. Okay. So Pramod Kadam says, give the answer as cloud is half and 9 is respo. Perfect. He is perfect for this answer. That is option D is your answer. Makandar also saying, give the same response as according to her option. Correct option has to be D. Now this is the second type of coding. Okay, you may find the code in something this pattern. The question number 9, or you may find the question in the same pattern. We will directly shift towards very important question here, which is question number 11. So Ajay sir, just find the question number 11. Okay, as we have the time constraint, we will take the important one only. Okay, question number 11. Perfect, sir. Now try to solve this question. Sometimes it doesn't happen that every time you will find the option, correct option, just after eliminating the given all. I hope you are solving. I hope you are getting the logic. Try to eliminate the options. Coded words are hard to read. Don't focus there. Just focus which is the common words, which are the common words, and which is the common code. question is something like this. Agnoscrania means poisonous spider. Delanocrania means poisonous snake. And agnos dairy means brown spider. Okay, so these are not actual biological name for these animals. I will just make to clear this. Okay, these are some different code given to these names: poisonous spider, poisonous snake, and brown spider. Okay, now they are coded as agnoscrania, Delanocrania, and agnos dairy. Okay, so the one word that I can find common, there are basically two words. One is a poisonous and another one is a spider. Okay, so poisonous, if the poisonous word is common in these two words, in code, if I observe, crania is the common word. So I can make this conclusion: poisonous is coded as crania. Now, first and third, spider is the common one. Agnos, crania, if the crania is the code for poison, agnos has to be the code for spider, and which you can find here, agnos is a code for spider. So basically, brown can be coded as a dairy. Snake can be coded as Delano. Okay, so we got the code for each word. Agnos is a spider, poisonous is a crania, snake is Delano, brown is dairy, spider is Agnos. We need to find out the code for black widow spider. Now we don't have any code for black, we don't have any code for widow, but we do have the code for spider. Means it is very clear Agnos has to be in my option. But just look towards option. Dairy close and agnos is there. Agnos Delano, agnos is there. Agnos Blunin, agnos is there. Tramuti agnos is there. So basically this word is present everywhere. Now we need to implement option cancellation method. Now just observe here. Wherever your word end with spider, for that code start with your equivalent code for spider. Means wherever your actual word ends with spider, just check for first and third. In both cases, your given word ends with spider, and both code start from agnos. Means if my given question ends with spider, that black widow spider, my code has to be start from agnos. Here I cancel option A, option D, both, because they don't start from code agnos. I left with B and C, agnos Delano and agnos Vitri Blunin. Okay, so basically agnos Delano cannot be my answer. Delano is saved for snake, and we don't find snake word in my question. Okay, so basically agnos Delano cannot be my answer. Option C, perfect. Okay, so agnos C is agnos Vitri Blunin, that has to be my code. Now this thing we need to consider. Otherwise, if you are just defining this question based on the code for a spider, you will find it would not work. Okay, so this is the different type of question which may come under coding statements, coding and decoding. It may be from your alphabetical series. It may be from your direct coding statements. In direct coding, you need to calculate the common words and equivalent code for that. In coding statement, you need to remember our representation for alphabetical series. It is from A to M, and again we start from writing down series in reverse order from N to Z. Okay, right? Please try to remember the equivalent number for that, and try to remember in which logic we solve some questions which was totally from alphabetical series. This is the chapter which is most easiest one sometimes, but if you get stuck in your logic, you will not get your answer. So we try to be very perfect at your logic for solving this type of questions. Don't lose your marks if such type of problems come in your paper. Happy preparation time for Wipro. Prepare well. Thank you so much.